Hello, folks, and welcome back on twitch.tv/gameswithnick with some more Virtues Less Reward. Last time, we reached our first bed ending. Well, we first reached an end, sort of our first block in our progression, where Fi betrayed us, and we were trying to stop her from opening the door. Then we're like, okay, well, we're just gonna jump back and choose to betray Fi instead. And that led us to our first bed ending, but also unlocked the lock that we had just found. So now that is where we'll pick it up. I guess after we get through this intro sequence again. I should remember to not save until after I've made the choice, otherwise we have to kind of sit through this again. Alright, so we're gonna jump back all the way down here, where now the block has been unlocked.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah, of course. I did too.
You sound pretty sure of yourself.
Oh, it's not confidence. I already know.
What?
Let's just go have a look, shall we? We'll know pretty quick whether I knew anything or not.
Okay, let's go.
So based on what Fi told us last time, and what Sigma just said, essentially, both of our consciences are able to travel between the various choices that we make. What the hell, Fi? What did you choose betray? You chose Ally before.
I see. So you remember it too. The other round too.
What? That wasn't even close to the response I'd expected. It felt anticlimactic. Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? Do you remember how I chose betray last time in round 2?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay?
Yeah, I do remember that. Then this is you making me pay?
Yes.
Wait. No, that didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was it some sort of alternate history? What the hell was I thinking? That was conspiracy theorist shit. Even if there was some sort of alternate timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know what had happened in it. No way I could know. At least I didn't think there was any way I could know. But if I could, then how? I remembered Fi choosing Ally and scowling at me when I broke my promise and swearing revenge.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay. Even if it's the last thing I do.
Why did I know that? Perhaps more importantly, why did Fi remember it? What the hell did any of this mean? Suddenly I realized that I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They'll begin to speak at once.
What happened?
Why did you choose betray, Fi?
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
Fi looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off in the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Okay, this is stuff we've already seen. She's gonna jump over, gonna go and be like, I'm gonna hit the switch! I felt myself speaking before I even knew what the words were. Elapsam semel occasionem non ipse potes Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want to end it? What about the Nunnery game? Zero, the bombs. We still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
Fine.
Fi slowly let go of the lever. Phew. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure why I did it.
Forget about it. This time you chose ally and I chose betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
When did you betray her?
Are you talking about round one?
No, we aren't talking about a room. We're...
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh?
Hmm?
I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah, I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the game will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief.
Please don't scare us like that again.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah, what are your bracelets, guys? Looks like, a red solo.
I'm a magenta pair. Me too. That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great. Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Huh? Wait a second. There's nothing clever or magenta pair. If I was a cyan pair and Kay's a yellow pair. Who the hell am I supposed to partner up with?
The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
Have you figured out?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be white.
Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Yeah, I guess we were still worried about the AB doors opening. That we never went
Yeah,
through
I
to
saw 'em
explore
too.
things.
After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about. They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I wonder what colors they are.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it?
Go on.
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... we found bomb number 1 in the garden.
What?
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Yeah,
Where?
in the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
Hmm.
There was a number on this one too. It said 1. Since the other we found in the crew quarters said 3 on it, well,
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
yeah, I agree.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see...
Quite a bit, actually.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good. Let's go. I wish I could fast forward these. Alright, we're going straight for the new warehouse. Ah, these are what already? These are the wide doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
Ah! What? When did you?
I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
What do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how do you know it? You were totally... How did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Yeah, actually. You also jumped super high all the way to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Graffiti? Oh yeah, that. Memento Mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell ninth wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
Then again, maybe it means something.
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Right now, give me a little credit. Even I know what Memento Mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like be aware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's sort of a cautionary thing?
What about the other part?
That's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh. Well, let's see. Memento Mori of the ninth lion hate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps Phi... Latin.
Huh?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure out more of it.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how do you know that phrase? Elapsam semel occasionem non ipse potes Jupiter reprendere.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Yep, same phrase. So I guess the I is pronounced as a J in Latin, huh?
Yeah. A memento
is
of
this?
my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
What about your father?
Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back to the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't.
That is true.
We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Yeah,
There's
I
something
agree.
else we need to do too, though.
On number 2 bomb.
Exactly.
Sorry, I keep accidentally skipping a little too fast.
So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere else.
yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. Back in the archives. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now, where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
What about the Jupiter stuff?
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
Turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds. Yes.
Worlds?
I don't mean physical planets. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Well, kind of. I think I've heard it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move?
Huh?
Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she'd asked. I applaud.
Interesting choice. You clapped your hands, right? But you could have chosen to cheer or blow a kiss, right?
Blow a kiss? I wouldn't do.
The details don't matter. I'm just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second there. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious or anything.
Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
Oh, no, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that.
She's like, oh, I know better than ask.
I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
This one? Sure. I hand the box I've been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... there's a stuffed lion over there.
First lion eating the sun. Let me actually... Let's try to keep a count. I'll actually use the mouse for this because it makes more sense. 1.
Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them next to the lion.
All right. Everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat, meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry. I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Alright, what else do you see?
A weight that's not even a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm kidding out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid and pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat nails it, and death will be a whisker away. Oh. That will whisker away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
Dead. The world's a harsh place for a cat. I have a feline, the poor kitty's dead.
Nope, you're wrong.
It's alive?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities.
Then it's both alive and dead.
Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And at the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
Then my choice in the future alter your actions in the past?
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die in the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
3. I have a feeling it's 3.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid. Good job. You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it? Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
3, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped from another world. That's how you knew all those things you should have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this, then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You're in Kitten, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all none of us are left up inside the box right meow.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. This is very like a hits blunt kind of argument. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
Oh boy. This is not good. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found all of them now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Pat and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. US Boost made him a yellow pair, and Temioji was a cyan pair. So, what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. Option A. Kai and Temioji Cyan would pair with me, red. Kay and Dio would pair with Quark. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah, any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while till they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True, I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about
He's
Quark?
on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but it's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh! You mean there might be a bunch more hentai artisan around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
Oh boy! That's 10 times as much as was in the original example that Alice mentioned. That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligram. Oh right, she was giving milligrams. Woo.
If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
No. That's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training,
Training for what?
my job?
Ah, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days knew to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's right then.
Oh, come on. Why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
Come on, Clover. The jig's up. Come on. Just fess up. What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Damn. We were supposed to meet up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey! You haven't Damn it. And she's gone. Fine, she's red, you know? We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
What?
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice had left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly, and the traces of the madness we'd seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own
What
eyes.
should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get to do anything, though. We plugged in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs? Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes. But no buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? No? All right. Let's see. Huh?
Wait! You only need to search one person.
What?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I didn't even realize I was saying them.
How can you? There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person... You did it! The room was suddenly silent. If you've looked at those flashes carefully, you can pretty much know who the guilty party is. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. But we have reached our official second block. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go back up here. And I guess I need to go here. And, oh wait, no, this is still the betray. I'm God's name. Oh, I guess when we're here and we're like, are you okay going with Luna and Fi, I can say, no! That's not okay.
Why not?
Because...
Oh no, this is bad. Which door do you want then? The only other choices are A and C.
I thought about it again. If one would A, then Luna and I would end up here with Clover and we'd go through the green door. On the other hand, if I chose C, we'd be going through the blue door with us. So which one do I want? I decided to go with... Go through the blue door with us. I'd like to take option C. We'll take Alice in the blue door.
Are you dense? What on earth makes you think I'd be willing to do that? There's no way in hell. I'm not going anywhere with you. You betrayed me in the last AB game. I don't pair up with assholes.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Oh no, what are we going to do? We don't have much time left. Sigma, please, can't you reconsider?
I didn't really have a choice. There was no way I'd be able to physically force Alice to come with me, at least not in less than a minute. Fine, in that case... We're gonna go through the green door with Clover. I'll settle for option A. It's Clover in the green door.
That's fine by me. Like I said before, there's something I want to talk to Alice about.
Are you going to tell me what this thing is?
That'll have to wait. Talk to me again on the other side.
Ugh, now I'm curious.
So you're fine with this, Alice? With option A, I mean?
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Are there any other objections? Okay, that's it then. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Then Yoichi and Alice headed toward the red door, while Kate, Quark, and Fi made their way toward the blue one. The gaping maw of the green door bounced in front of me as Clover, Luna, and I ran toward it.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah.
There's some kind of device over here. I wonder what it is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Clover, try pulling that lever.
Why do I have to do it?
It might be dangerous. I was hoping you could just wrap your hands around it and give it a good jerk. It's kind of big, but I'm sure you can handle it. Just be gentle.
This doesn't seem like appropriate workplace behavior.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree here.
You're kind of grossing me out.
I know you probably still think of yourself as just a girl, but you have to become a woman some.
You're not making it any better. Why don't you do it?
If you can't take it, then maybe Luna can. Have you done this before? You just stare at a base and work your way up, then give it a good tug once you get to the top.
What? What is wrong with you? If you're so desperate to give that lever a good time, why don't you do it yourself?
Yeah, honestly, this sexual harassment behavior is really out of nowhere, but...
Just leave me and Luna out of your sick fantasies, you creep.
Fine. But I won't like it. I sighed heavily and flipped the switch with as much languid disdain as I could manage.
Oh,
One of the doors opened.
yeah, just the one on the left.
We might as well go through it.
Yeah, maybe we should try flipping it one more time, though. I think you could actually manage it with just one hand, Clover. Just do it real fast, it'll only take a second. Just up and down once.
Ugh, you are disgusting.
I guess these are the archives. We're actually going to be doing the archives now. Alright. This would be a bit of a short episode if we ended it right here, so I think I'm going to play through the escape room. Huh?
So this is the archives. That's what it said on the door after all, but...
Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be so archivy. All these books and stuff everywhere.
Maybe we can find some clues here. Alright, let's split up and have a look around. Allons-y. Alright, so... Isn't there something up there? What is it? I can see it from down here. So we got a die. Blue ink. Another die. There's no music coming from the music box. I guess it's just a box. I don't see a spring. Maybe we should check the movement. Movement? Sorry, movement means the internal pieces actually make it work, like the cylinder here. Fortunately, it looks like it's been fixed in place with a Phillips screw. Piece of paper. Another die here. Oh, screwdriver. Cylinder. With ink. With paper. Wait. Oh, one of these things is not like the others. You're right, it's a different color. Let's have a look at it. To the sun. Oh. And Lion, D73. This book is different too. And Lion, to the sun. What happens if I do this? And... that. Go up the stairway. Stairway. Go up. What was that? I think it came from the wall. No, that wasn't the wall. I think it came from the bookshelf. What's happening? It sunk? I guess it was one of those strict bookshelves where if you put the right thing in the right place, it does stuff. It's like a staircase. Well, if there were enough to give us stairs, I guess we should climb them. If you read the tiles in order, it was, you know, get the staircase and get to the lion or something. I'm gonna climb. Found the lion doll. That's a funny looking dog. Dog? I'm pretty sure that's a lion. Is this a lion? Doesn't really look like one. That's a lion. Oh, hold on. There's a zipper on his back. We got a memory card inside. We can slot here. Oh, jeepers. Okay. Actually, do the colors have to go in a certain order, or are we free to do whatever the fuck we like? Is the question. Where's the box? There's the box. Well, this is perfectly ordinary. I feel like I'm still missing something. What's the point of this weight? It's 50 grams. Oh, we need to measure the dice. That's what we need to do. Oh, so the red is 50. The green is heavier than 50. The red and the blue are lighter than the green, or heavier than the green. Blue is heavier than 50 and heavier than the green, so the red is the lightest. What if I put 100 grams and I check it with the other two? So green is 100, red is 50, blue is 150. Alright, so this means red is a 50, green is 100. 100 times 50 is 5,000 plus 150. Wait. Oh god. Okay, so is it 5,000 plus 150? Okay. I'm always like, are they thinking of order operations for these puzzles or not? But we did it. Found a bookmark, and I think that will tell us which order the things go in. Red, blue, green. So the reds are on the outside and the middle is blue, green, blue, green. For now, I'm just ignoring the numbers, and I hope that that works out. Oh! That's actually the bonus pass. Let's try now doing it, but also following the numbers. So it should be a 5. Okay. Then it's a 6. Now, are the pips facing the red way? Yes, they are. We have 2 pointing left. Like that. Okay. Though this might be a bad idea to have already have it put in place, so let's put it back here. We just need to roll it back. There's a 4. Alright. Then there's a 1. And there is a 3 pointing left. Currently pointing the red way. Let's mix it up. See, that would be a... Can I actually make it then? Two pointing left. Oh no, 3 pointing right. Okay, we're good. And here's the other password. So it was faster than I thought. Kind of made everything go smoothly. Alright. Okay, let's look first at the bonus password. So it's moon in the top left and then 2 stars in the middle. Cap. Let's look at the secrets. Prisoner's dilemma. Apple and Banana committed a serious crime and were arrested. Since they were accomplices, the police separated them for questioning and kept them from communicating. The detective visits the criminal and tells them the following. If neither of you spills the beans, you both get 2 years. If he climbs up and you confess, you get 1 year and he'll do 15. But if you keep quiet and gives it up, you'll do 15 while he does 1. So I bet you're thinking, well, what if we both read the other guys out? Pretty simple, pal. You both get 10 years. This is the prisoner's dilemma. Do you betray your partner or stay silent? In the AB game, however, sometimes the most rational choice isn't always the best one. Antimatter bomb. This bomb uses the energy generated by the collision of particles and antiparticles. So how does it work? He explains. Imagine 2 types of matter that are exactly opposite, like male and female. When they're combined, what happens? According to quantum theory, their numbers add together to make 0, like 1 and minus 1, and they kind of disappear because they cancel each other out. They call that annihilation. But when they collide, they create something like a baby. Except the baby is sort of pure energy, a lot of it. So in other words, an antimatter bomb makes an exploding baby. Does that make sense? Detonator. This is a device that will detonate an antimatter bomb. Technically it's called a remote triggering detonation signal device, but that takes a really long time to type out, so we'll just use detonator. This particular device has 2 modes of operation, immediate and delay. Pressing the switch when you're less than a meter away from the bomb will trigger the immediate mode and the bomb will detonate immediately. If you're more than a meter away from the bomb, however, pressing the switch will activate the delay mode and the bomb will explode 30 minutes later. Cybernetic arm. A device originally created to weaponize genetically engineered psychic bears. Just kidding. It's actually an arm meant for online sex chat. Not really. The truth, it's the arm for a mysterious libido-powered robot. I'm just messing with you. Cybernetic arm is actually a mechanical limb that you can control with your mind. Really. It has titanium alloy for bones, and those are covered with ABT, or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it just like a real arm. It has veins to connect to the rest of your body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it will flow the rest of your body. Luna's necklace. The necklace Luna is never seen without has a cage containing a blue bird hanging from it. If you twist the key on the bottom, it plays music. Someone special gave it to her as a gift, and she says it reminds her of the following lesson. Search for happiness wherever you can, because the search itself is what will make you happy. 3 laws of robotics. The 3 laws of robotics were created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov and play a large part in this robot series. They are as follows. A robot may not injure a human being, or through an action allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the order given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. The robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first and second law. Later on, Asimov also developed another preceding rule known as the Zeroth Law, which appeared in the story Robots of Empire. The Zeroth Law of Robotics. 0. A robot may not harm humanity, or by an action allow humanity to come to harm. Clearly, the Zeroth Law has priority over the first 3, so the first law would have only the written addendum, except where this would conflict with the Zeroth Law. Whether or not 016 was aware of this law is unclear, but in any event, 016 did act in accordance with it. Alright. Actual pass, and we're out. Corners, star, moon, sun. Booyah. Ah! It opened! Good, good, we're well done! So what we got in this stuff? First, a map. It says floor B. The one we found in the cabin said floor A. Let's look at the map in the Inferno. And that means floor A must be the top floor, right? We did come down here on the elevator after all. So it would seem. There's more stuff in here. Oh, I know what these are. Yeah, key cards. These ones have moons in them. They must be the moon keys, and that's what we're talking about them. That means we can play the AB game. We got 2, just like with the sun keys. As a pair, Luna and I should only need 1. Then I'll take the other one. So, what's next? A piece of paper. There's something written on it. Here are some more AB game rules for you. That voting is not an option. If both partners refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. In other words, we can't all abstain. We have to vote. Anyway, what else is here to say? Only one thing, a key. Right, let's go open this stupid door. Go open. Alright. And the next sentence that somebody will say is where we will save it and call it for the day. So, thank you for watching so far. It's honestly been a real pleasure playing through 999. It's not 999. Virtue's Last Reward. Still my favorite visual novel, escape room kind of game. I like it more than 999. And Zero Time Dilemma just kind of suffered by trying to tie together all the plot lines that were left hanging from this game. This one is just, to me, perfection. So, thank you for watching. If you watch this on YouTube, make sure to catch me on twitch.tv/gameswithnick. Hit the follow button, click the bell so you know when I go live. Again, we'll be suspending our live streams from mid-December to mid-January, but we should be back then with a modified schedule to keep playing for games, finish VLR, finish Super Mario 2000 Year Lore, play other stuff. So I hope you decide to join us. If you're watching this on Twitch or you're catching up the VOD on Twitch, make sure to also check out youtube.com/gameswithnick. You can find all of my VODs posted there. I have a good archive of full playthroughs that I did over the last year, so I encourage you to check those out. There will also be some exclusive YouTube content going live over the break that I just mentioned, between mid-December to mid-January. I would have happily post those on Twitch as well, but Twitch only allows the posting of pre-recorded VODs from affiliates or partners, and I am nowhere near any of those levels. So if you would like to see some fun stuff that I've pre-recorded for the channel, make sure to check out youtube.com/gameswithnick as well. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and until next time.